Ever find yourself kind of cranking the volume up during movie night?
Oh, yeah.
Thinking, come on, speakers, I know you have more oomph in you.
Totally.
But looks like you're already a step ahead, my friend, diving into the world of Valencia's VX200 home theater system.
Nice.
So we've got the VX200 product and packaging info here, plus some marketing material you sent over, ready to unpack it all.
Let's do it. Always good to do your homework before you invite a whole bunch of speakers into your life, right?
Huh, ain't that the truth? And the VX200 is not messing around. Six-piece system. They're not just giving you a speaker or two. This is the whole shebang.
Yeah, and that's actually something I really like about it, especially for someone who's maybe new to this whole home theater thing. Receiver, center speaker, two front speakers, two surround sound. Wow. Plus a subwoofer.
They're basically taking all the guesswork out of it. No need to stress about whether this speaker plays nice with that receiver. It's a done deal.
Exactly. No compatibility headaches here, just pure audio bliss, or at least that's the plan. And speaking of bliss, you see those power specs.
Oh yeah, 1500 watts total system power.
That's a whole lot of power. Now, to be fair, raw wattage doesn't tell the whole story, but it does give us a hint.
So translate that into real-world terms for me.
Yeah.
What does 1500 watts actually do?
Imagine you're watching an action movie, like full-on explosions, car chases, the works.
Okay, got the picture.
With 1500 watts, you won't just hear those explosions, you'll feel them. The system is designed to handle those demanding audio moments and deliver an immersive experience, even in a larger room.
Immersive. Okay, I'm liking the sound of this, literally. But hold on. We were just talking about the subwoofer, and you mentioned an 8-inch driver. What's the deal with the driver? Asking for a friend who might not be fluent in woofer.
Haha, sure. Think of it this way. The driver is the heart of the subwoofer, the part that actually moves air to create those low-end frequencies. And generally, the larger the driver, the more air it can move.
So bigger is better when it comes to bass.
In this case, yeah. An 8-inch driver suggests the subwoofer can really pack a punch. You know, those deep rumbles that you feel more than you hear them. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, so it's not just about volume. It's about creating an experience.
Exactly. And Valencia seems to be hitting that immersive experience note pretty hard.
Yeah, their marketing materials are full of phrases like cinematic audio and immersive soundscape. But hey, buzzwords are one thing, right? Do they actually back it up with the tech?
Well, they do mention a 5.1 configuration, 5 speakers plus the subwoofer, strategically placed around you, not just in front.
For those of us who don't speak surround sound, break that down.
Sure. So traditional stereo is just 2 channels, left and right. 5.1 takes it to a whole new level. You've got your center speaker for dialogue, 2 in front for the main soundscape, and 2 behind you for, well, surround effects. Sound coming from different directions, adding layers to the audio. They also mention precisely calibrated speakers.
Okay, now we're getting technical. Does that mean someone comes to my house with a tiny tuning fork for my speakers?
Huh? Not quite, but it does involve some serious audio engineering. It basically means each speaker's output is adjusted to ensure optimal performance within the entire system and your specific room.
Ah, so it's not just about raw power. It's about making sure all those speakers are working together in perfect harmony.
Exactly. Like an orchestra, you need all the instruments tuned up and playing in sync to create a truly beautiful soundscape.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Harmony over just blasting sound. Got it.
Yeah.
But before we get totally lost in this symphony of sound, let's talk connections. Because I see the system plays nice with a whole bunch of different devices.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, actually. Digital audio, MP3s, even straight-up smartphone connectivity. They're covering all their bases.
So whether you're streaming music, popping in a classic CD, or going old school with a VCD, this thing can handle it. It even has Bluetooth. And you know me, I love my wireless life. Speaking of making life easier, they mention a full-function remote control a few times.
Ah, yes. The unsung hero of any good home theater system.
Seriously, no one wants to be crawling around for buttons in the dark. A good remote can make or break the whole experience. And speaking of experience, let's talk setup. Easy setup is the promise here, along with clear instructions and all those essential cables included.
Yeah, they definitely seem to be going for that user-friendly vibe. Even if you're not super tech-savvy, it sounds like you should be able to get the system up and running without too much trouble. Though, to be fair, even with easy setup, a little planning never hurts.
Okay, good point. What kind of planning are we talking about?
Well, for starters, speaker placement is still crucial. Just because it's easy to set up doesn't mean you should just plop those speakers anywhere. Taking the time to think about placement can make a huge difference in how the system actually sounds.
So, like, Don't just shove the surround sound speakers in the corner and hope for the best.
Exactly. You want to create that immersive soundscape, remember? And that means strategically placing those speakers for optimal audio performance.
Okay, got it. Placement is key. Noted.
Mm.
But, while we're talking options, we've been deep diving into this VX200 like it's the only Valencia system out there. But remember how we said they offer a whole range?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'd almost forgotten with how much attention we've been giving to the VX200.
Well, while we were browsing, I noticed they've got this VX100 and a VX300 listed too. Makes you wonder, what's the deal with those?
Right. Are they just different tiers of awesomeness? Like a good, better, best kind of situation?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe the VX100 is their budget-friendly option, perfect for someone who wants a taste of that Valencia quality without breaking the bank.
And the VX300, maybe that's their top-of-the-line, no-holds-barred system for the true audiophile, the one with all the bells and whistles.
So many options, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're saying, hey, you want amazing home theater audio? We've got you covered no matter your budget.
Totally. And that makes sense from a business perspective, too. Offer a range of products, appeal to a wider audience, smart move, Valencia.
Definitely. Okay, so we've thrown a lot of info at anyone listening today about this VX200 system. We've covered power, performance, connections, even a little bit of speaker psychology.
Mm-hmm.
What are the key takeaways here? If someone's on the fence about this system, what should they remember?
Honestly, I think the biggest selling point here is that the VX200 seems like a fantastic all-in-one solution. You're not piecing together components, hoping they play nice together. Valencia has done the heavy lifting for you.
Right, plug it in, place those speakers strategically like we talked about, and boom, instant home theater upgrade.
Exactly. And let's not forget those features we keep coming back to. That 1,500 watts of power is nothing to sneeze at. Plus, you've got that 8-inch subwoofer driver, the 5.1 surround sound setup. This system is built for immersive audio.
It really does seem like Valencia prioritized creating an experience, not just selling speakers.
Totally. And they've given you the flexibility to enjoy that experience however you like with all those connection options.
Yep, from vinyl-loving audiophiles to Bluetooth blasting streamers, the VX200 seems to welcome them all. But hey, let's not forget about its siblings, the VX100 and VX300. We didn't dive into those, but they're out there, folks.
And that's your cue to do a little more research. We've given you a deep dive on the VX200, but there's a whole Valencia family waiting to be explored.
So whether you're working with a tight budget or the sky's the limit, don't be afraid to shop around, compare those models. Your perfect audio setup is out there. Happy listening.